What's up, peeps? Here we are. It's a new year. I hope you had a good new year. And, this is a time of the year where everybody comes with resolutions. Today, me and Big Darkness are going to just kind of share with you guys how important it is that you stay away from the resolutions and start making it a lifestyle. Because once you decide to make it a resolution, that resolution comes to a close. When you make it a lifestyle, I'm sure you can roll with me here, Michael, is that you make it a lifestyle, then it's pretty much going to stay on board. But those resolutions are something that I say sometimes set people up for failure. It set them up for failure due to the fact that they have a tendency to only have a permanent, a, a small destination instead of making it a permanent destination. It's a small destination, and when they reach that, they kind of go back into it. So don't be one of those people that's 2 0 2 4 year and try to come on board in a positive way. So we're just going to kind of share with you guys a little bit about some do's and don'ts when you go to the gym, some do's and don'ts when it comes time to eating food. And Michael's going to give his points. I'm going to give my points, and we're going to kick this off properly.
Yeah, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to you, Rob, you and your family.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We're blessed to be here, another year, for another new year. Just
man.
like you said, man, this New Year's resolutions, man, that's something I never really believed in. People, to me, a resolution, what is that? I don't know. I always go with a resolution is something that, hey, if you say I'm gonna do it at the beginning of the year, what is it? And I know we kind of talked about this before a little bit, but I think it's more of goal setting. Reaching certain points of goals. Because if I say, hey, my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna go to the gym. Okay, so if I don't go to the gym, then I'm gonna wait till next year. I kind of like I don't understand people saying, hey, I can't wait till January 1st because this is what I'm gonna do. And then you see, because you're a trainer, you've been in the game for a long time. We see all these people come to the gym, January, halfway through February, they're not there.
That's right.
They're not there.
Yeah, and the thing behind that is that people they get excited going to the gym, but they don't have like a game plan. And if you don't have a game plan, when you so-called break the huddle and you go into the gym, it's like, okay, now what I'm going to do? When you don't go on the game plan, you look like you're lost in the gym, and people get intimidated. They feel like people are staring them down, and it's only because of your insecurities that you created by not creating a game plan to go into it. So just make sure when you do go into the gym that you kind of, have an idea that I'm going to do back and shoulders, or I'm going to do legs, however you're going to go about doing it. And then pick out 2 exercises for the beginners. Don't pick out a whole bunch of stuff for each body part, because then you end up being in there too long. You get too sore. And then, okay, I'm going to go tomorrow because I'm really sore. Then that tomorrow never comes. And so you just out for a whole week. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what people do. You know that, Rob. They'll say, hey, I'm gonna go in and they try to kill themselves. The first week, man, it should be more of a getting yourself acclimated to being in the gym, acclimated to the machinery. So when you first go in the gym, you need to go in and look at all the machines, where the weights are placed, where certain things are, so you can be acclimated. Because say you're going in and you're working chest and you want to work bench press. Okay, hey, all the bars and the Smith machines taken. So what's your alternative? Do you have a alternative? Hey, can I do dumbbells? Can I do another machine until I get to that? Some people, man, they run into where they get stuck on because they have that one machine or the one exercise for the like bench press, and they say, hey, now they'll sit there, and if the gym is crowded and you don't have anything, no alternative, because you haven't been in the gym and you haven't looked it over, you haven't surveyed it, you haven't got acclimated to it. Now, just like Rob said, you're looking lost. And then the next thing you know, people are just, hey, people that's been in the gym, don't get me wrong, they're not bullies, but they know what they want to do. So if that bench comes open, they're going to it. You can't just sit there and look around. Go in there and work out. And when people see you working out, they're more apt to say, hey, you know what? Why don't you, if I'm working out by myself, why don't you come and you say, hey, go up politely and ask them in between their sets, hey, how many sets you got? Or sometimes say, hey, can I work in with you? You know, and people see you working out and see you in the gym, they're more acclimated to say, hey, come on, let's go ahead and go. Because that might be they push. They might be in the same situation you in, and you guys don't even know it.
That's right. That's right. And when they are, you can always tell because those people have a tendency to kind of just, you can watch them for 5 minutes and you'll see them go from machine to machine to machine. And then that's when you can see that, I've been like getting frustrated. They're getting frustrated with the fact that they think that they're not doing it properly, number one. But then just looking at someone you truly don't understand it, then it really is going to frustrate them. So I would say to you guys out there is this, and is that try to go into the gym on a slow day. Go on on a day that's Saturday or something, maybe early morning or late afternoon, because most of the time it's crazy during the midday. But just go where you can kind of like pillow around with the gym or start off in something that's at your, if you stay in a condo or something like that, go to your condo and do some stuff within the equipment in there if you got those amenities, and then that way you can kind of get your feet wet and then go into the gym. The other thing is there's always a trainer.
Oh boy,
there's always a trainer.
I was getting ready to say that. Get that. Hey, don't be afraid to have a trainer. You know that the trainers are there to help you get acclimated to the gym. Even if it's, most gyms will give you 2 or 3 free sessions to get you acclimated to the gym. And if you like it, you can continue and sign up with them. If you're a beginner and you have and you can do it, I would always recommend, if you're going to a gym, you don't have something at home, or you don't have something at your apartment complex, your condo complex, go to the trainers and say, hey, I know in my membership I get at least 1 free workout or 2 free workouts. Then have them walk you around the gym, have them train you, show you what the machines are. Some of these new machines, man, I got to look at them and say, hey, how does this go? Because everything, it keeps evolving. Sometimes you got to really look at. I got to look at this little sign sometime and say, oh, this is for chest, when I'm thinking it might be for shoulders because the way it's built. So
and
even
don't be
myself,
afraid,
who has all this experience, you know what? Sometimes I'll look at a machine. I'll even Google it. I'll Google some machines that I've seen come in, and I'm like, how does that work? So don't be afraid to ask people. I mean, don't be a pest, but don't be afraid to ask people that look like they know what they're doing, because most people, even though people say I'm a bully in the gym and I look mean and everything, I will help you and tell you, hey, no, this is how you do it. I have no problem helping people that want to help themselves.
And don't be afraid to invest in your health. Invest. I don't care, 5 or 10 sessions from $700 or whatever it may be. The bottom line is that when you go in and you get these free sessions that Michael is talking about, they don't have time to like take you through the whole mess, because unless you're willing to show them that you're interested in picking up some sessions after the fact. Remember, they got to live too, right? So they're just not in there doing free services, but those free services do come with your membership. And so utilize that, but also during that time, communicate with that trainer to see if you can build a relationship to where you kind of can go, you know what, I'm not going to learn much in two workouts anyways. So if I invest in you and I'm investing in what we're doing, so I just want to get like a small package, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have the funds to have a trainer for a long time. When you're honest like that, you will get more attention, more positive attention to help you get through a beginner's workout than just making that trainer feel like you're milking them for information, and then you're no longer going to use them anyway. So just be right up front that, hey, look, I don't have the money for it. Please help me get through this. That's their job, to help you get through it. But just don't pull on Superman cape just because you can, when you don't know you're not going to move forward. So
exactly. And also, Rob, too, people make these excuses, and say, hey, you know what, I don't have the money or whatever. But you always talking about what you want, what you gonna do, as far as I'm taking care of my family, I'm doing this. If you're not in shape, if you don't have the health, in the end, when it really comes down to
That's right.
you ain't gonna be able to take care of you. You ain't gonna be able to take care of your family. You ain't gonna be taking care of
That's
nobody.
right.
So you ain't gonna be able to help
That's
anybody. So if you want to be there for your kids, your spouse, your mama, your daddy, whoever, brothers, sisters, invest in your health. Even if, just like Rob said, even if it's just for a small amount of time. But
yeah,
once you invest in it and you see what the results can be, and then you can do it on your own, then now you change it into your lifestyle, and then you can say, hey, you know what? Now I know I can be around maybe a little bit longer to take care of my family financially, to take care of my kids, to help out with this, to help out with that. Don't be somebody, man. We see it all the time. 30, 40 years old, man, 50 years old. Hey, next thing you know, they're not around, and because they didn't take care of their health. And you know, like I said, you never know. I'm not sitting here saying, hey, I know, hey, if we keep doing this, I know, guarantee you this. But if we're in preventative mode, a lot of things would be a lot simpler, a lot easier to help you with down the road when you get an ailment, or you get an injury or whatever, or protects you from that. You know, get rid of that high blood pressure. You can do that. You know, lower those counts on your diabetes. We can do all of that cholesterol stuff. That stuff we can do on our own.
That's right. It's all about, you know, adjusting your calorie intake, your macros, your nutrients, and whatever, however you want to look at that level of that, and just dropping the weight. When you drop the weight, the bottom line is this: everything changes. Your body don't work as hard. That heart is not having to pump to carry all that unnecessary weight around. Plus, you feel better about yourself, and you're able to do things, as Michael just stated, in your everyday life. You're able to do these things without having to be, you know, the first one to fatigue in a group outing. You're able to keep up with everybody, and then your confidence level is going to go through the roof. And this whole thing about fitness, people, I can tell you this, is that fitness changes your life. I don't care how you go about doing it. It don't have to be in a gym. It could be a daily walk. It could be just changing one meal a day and on the food intake that you're doing right now, taking away one soda, whatever it may be, your fitness level will change. So don't try to do it all in your New Year resolution time, because it ain't going to happen. That's not a person out there that you know right now that's completely fit or feel really good about themselves that has done it in a short period of time. Yeah, exactly. So once again, we talked about in the beginning, our whole thing is about say no to resolutions and say yes to lifestyle. So when you're able to say yes to lifestyle, now you're saying this is what I want to do every day, not what I want to do when I feel good about it. And then, okay, now I've reached this goal, now I'm done. Because, you know, the race continues. It's not, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you focus on your daily health, believe me, your lifestyle changes forever.
And if you're new to it, you know, like Rob was saying, hey, write it down. You know, write down your big goal, then break that big goal down into small goals so that you can start achieving them as you go. It's like climbing stairs, going to the top of a mountain. I always tell people that, you know what, hey, at those first 2 steps, so you're not failing. If you're trying to conquer that big goal, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds. That's what I'm gonna do at the beginning of the year. Well, it's got to be a way to get to that 20 pounds. You can't just say I'm gonna lose 20 pounds. How are you gonna do it? You know, you got to break it down. Okay, so I want to lose a half a pound a week, and I'm going to give up sugar. So you start reaching that, and then by this date, I should be weighing this or close to this weight, and I'm gonna start dropping my salt intake and some of these things as I go along, instead of changing everything, you know, all at one time and trying to do it in 30 days and it don't work. And then now I'm gonna put it off till next year, my next New Year's resolution, and I'm spinning my wheels and doing the same thing.
Yeah, because you're just setting yourself up for failure and you say, I'm going to do it at this time. You know, I always believe in the compound effect. And if you just do a little bit at a time, next thing you know, you can reach your goal silently without having to even go look at me. It just starts to happen and people start looking at you automatically. So just make small adjustments, 1 or 2 pounds here and there. That's okay. 3 pounds a month. That's okay. It's more than you had in the beginning, right? So just continue to work that. and then next thing you know, you didn't reach that large number through the compound effect. And what I also want to add to that, people, is I want you guys to understand that when you decide that you're going to go into the gym and you want to make these quick changes, go get a checkup. Don't, don't just pound in the gym and think you're okay. Don't Google doctor yourself. If you've had some background issues, go. If you have some background issues, please go to the doctor. If you've already had your yearly checkup or whatever, your monthly checkup or whatever checkups you guys get every 6 months, and you've already had that, then you don't need to go to the doctor, because if I already told you you're in pretty good shape, they may have said, well, you need to lose weight, or maybe you need to gain weight. Whatever the case may be, you got mental clearance that you can go to the gym without just going, okay, I hadn't worked out in 6 years. I'm going to the gym and I'm going to lose 30 pounds in days. Then you'll pass out somewhere.
No, yeah.
Right?
You better look at your health.
Yeah.
Look at your health. And with that being said, Rob, with people making all these New Year's resolutions and we getting all these new people in the gym, hey, I know I got some pet peeves and things when people go to the gym. And I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah.
Some of your pet peeves that you see when in the gym that kind of like, when you look back and like,
yeah. So I think my biggest pet peeve is watching someone sit on a machine and they rest it go longer than a minute. And I'm like, I always walk up to people, I go, hey, can you text me? I go, what? I go, text me. They go, what do you mean? You're on your phone, so text me when you're done, because I want to use it. So I just be aware of your time, people, because most time when you go into gym, we got phones. People get caught up in influence stuff. I'm one of those people. I take videos. I do all that stuff. But I know when I'm doing it in the midst of my rest period, not just sitting there and then just kind of looking at my phone, seeing how the video went, right? And so just take into consideration, once again, being redundant, of others people's time, the piece of equipment that you're sitting on. Because if you're sitting on a leg extension machine, a leg machine, or any type of bench press or something like that, someone's always waiting. No matter how big the gym is, someone is waiting for you to get off of that piece of equipment. Yeah. So take that in consideration. And that's my biggest pet peeve when I see people sitting. And it's like, how many sets you got left? I don't know. I got 3 more now. You know, okay, so you just came up with a number. A lot, right? So you just came up with a number because I asked you, right? You don't have a clue. And the reason why I don't have a clue is because I don't have a goal. They don't have a plan. They just in there doing something, right? So just make sure you go in so people like me won't come up and go, hey, could you please text me? So I know when you're done.
I know. And I'm like this.
What's yours?
I have a
What's yours?
That one right there, I'm gonna tell you a little story about that. I'm sure you saw my post the other day.
Yeah.
And another one is, be respectable to my space too. You know, you'll get some every now and then. You'll get some wise guy. I haven't had any women like this, but you get somebody that they get in you, they crowd you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like that.
I understand.
I respect your space. If you're doing seated presses, don't get in front of me or right next to me when you got all this other room.
Right.
You know, I don't like that. It's, you know, it's just, to me, it's just disrespectful because it's a lot of space in the gym, and it's enough room for everybody to work out and stuff. Even in the crowded times, when you had a crowded time, a crowded gym, and people are working out, everybody's respect for everybody's space. So, you know, don't be like, all of a sudden, don't get in front of me where I'm like standing up and you get in front of me, or I'm doing laterals and you right there. All of a sudden, you just move over there and it's all this space. That kind of gets me, you know, it kind of gets me.
And the other one, I always tell, at least my clients in general, I tell them, I go, look, here's the deal. I said, don't date the rack. They go, what do you mean? I go, don't date the dumbbell rack. She says, what do you mean? I'm going, when you go take a dumbbell, don't just stand there in front of a rack and do it, because if someone want to get the weights below you, they can't get them. So get your dumbbells back away from the rack so that others can come up. Even if you're trying to see yourself in the mirror, it's cool, but back away so someone else can come in and grab a dumbbell off the rack, because
staying
in the routine is tough.
You know how we superset. I always I grab the weights and I step back so people can come in. And I tell people, I have a camera in the gym too, but mine's on a tripod. I don't care. I tell them, hey man, they like, I'm like, don't walk around it. I can edit. I can do with all that. Don't worry about all that stuff. I said, I'm not one of those kind of people. But the other day, I was working a client and I was working out. And when I do leg press, I'll superset air squats back and forth. Boom, 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 man. I'm going. And this lady came up and she said, are you using this machine? I said, yeah. And then she just threw her bag down and I said, hey, I'm using it. But I was getting ready to say, but you can work in with me. I don't have a problem with that. And I'll even take the weights off. But she got, entitled. And she, you got all of this over here. No. And I'm like, I'm working out. So this guy, I guess, had been watching. And he had been waiting. I don't know. So he went to the front desk and said, I had been sitting on the machine with my phone for 20 minutes. And like, if everybody knows me in the gym, I never have my phone in my hand because it's always on my tripod. One, I don't want to lose it. And two, that's where I do my, my stuff from. So the girls came out and they wanted to see who it was, right? And they said, oh shit, it's Mike.
So we know you lying.
And I said, no big deal. So they say he causes problems from time to time because he's always going to the front desk. So I shouldn't have did what I did, but I became a gym bully. So after I was done, I took all my stuff off, walked away, and I came back. And when I came back to see if I got all my stuff, he grabbed his bag like I was gonna take his bag. And then I was like, dude, man, you a little bitch. I'm sorry. I just went into that mode. And he's like, what? I said, you're a little bitch, man. I said, you could have came up and asked me I would have let you work in with me. That's how everybody knows that you'll work in. I'll even take off all my weights. He ain't been back to the gym since over a week ago. So what I always say, I'm not a gym bully. That was back in my younger days when I tell people, but I did when go in that mode that day. But thing is, if you're going to work out, don't let people distract you from not working out. Even if that person looks mean or whatever, still go, hey, remember I offered them 30 days of free training. And all the girls say, hey, well, our lady say, if he don't take it, can I have it? So I'm just saying when you're in the gym, be respectful of other people. I don't take, if you're lying on me, that kind of makes me mad. But I'm probably the nicest guy in the gym. And basically everybody at the gym knows that. I help people. If you need to work in with me because I'm doing a lot of sets and I'm putting heavy weight on there, I even take all the weights off so you can do your sets. That's the kind of person I am. So what I'm saying is, when you go to the gym, have a plan, like we said earlier. I guess he'd been sitting there because he wanted to do leg press. And instead of him going to another machine and coming back, he was just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So that's why I always say, we go back, have a plan. Have a plan.
Yeah, it's personalities for personalities. When I go to the gym, man, it's my complete clearance. I don't let people distract me, bother me, piss me off. Nothing. I go there because I know I'm going in there to focus on what I need to do. And I think, and you can attest to this, I think that when people see that you're doing your stuff, going to another piece of equipment, doing your stuff, going to another piece of equipment, and after a while they start to see you all the time, they just respect your space. I mean, it's just, it's just kind of who you are. And just like you said, I'm always shooting the shit with people in between sets. Hey, what's up? What's going on? But then when it's my turn, because I am a trainer, I go focus on just me. I don't have time to share. I don't have time to do none of that stuff. I have an hour and a half for me, and I'm sorry, but this is where I'm at. But I will go up to someone if I see them sitting, as I did, and go, hey man, text me, or can I join you, or something like that if I need that one piece of equipment. But once again, going in with the plan, as Michael just stated, will alleviate any type of unnecessary conversations with people, because once you learn the gym, then if someone is doing a dumbbell curl with 35s and you want the 35s and there's no other 35s, you can do 40s. You can do 40s or you can go do 25s and still get your workout in, because now you understand the process of training, and you don't need that one specific machine. You don't need that one specific weight unless you're focusing on some type of competition or a cutback or whatever you're doing in your training, that it's necessary for you to keep that rhythm, as Michael called it. We call it supersetting. You're going from one to the other, one to the other, and you just got that rhythm going for that muscle group so that you can get the breakdown that you need. But always find a second machine to do whatever you can do. Always believe that if someone is working out, and whatever amount of time it takes them to work out, but if they're working out and they constantly thing, you can't go mess with those people, because that's their routine. You just got to find something else to do. So just go into the gym, find your haven, find a spot that if you like working out in one corner, go find that corner, do your thing,
and then, you'll see that, and you'll see people do that every time they come to the gym. They'll get their weights, they'll go to the corner of the gym, and they won't move nowhere from that. And
that's right.
It's finding your being comfortable with and confident where you're at and what you're doing until you can master the whole gym. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. I tell people that all the time. But the thing is, get you a plan, go with it, and continue to go with it so you change your lifestyle. And that's what we're trying to say. We're trying to, try to say the do's and don'ts, because, we don't want you to go in there and next thing you know, you get intimidated and you don't want to go back. That's a beginner. That's the everybody that I've talked to that's a beginner that hasn't been in the gym. That's their thing. They're intimidated not only by the people in the gym, they're intimidated by the machines, by the weights, and how everything is going. And until you get acclimated and comfortable and confident, that's when you start seeing the changes, because now you can do more because you understand more.
Right. So people out there, the reason why we had this quick jump on for you guys here is just to let you know that these are the times that you need to really focus on making a true change. We've seen 2023 go by and all these people, BD and all these things, people dying from and early age. And you kind of go, oh my God, what happened to that person? And to be honest with you, I was watching, how the year telling all these people who died and why they died and how they died. I'm like, oh my God, it's so many people who died just because of things they could have fixed, not because of like a broken heart, or some cancer or something like that. It's just like diabetes, whatever, stomach issues and all kinds of things that people pass away from. Like, wow. So obesity. And it's just that time, people, where don't be afraid. Don't be deterred by a crowd of people in the gym. Be that person who quit last, because a lot of people that'll leave before you. So they always tell me the last person who quit is the one who wins. So just go ahead and be that last person to quit, and just stay in there and do what you got to do, because those same people that you see leave will be gone, and then you see them again in 2025 going, oh, I'm gonna do it again, and now you're in the perfect shape. Now you can relate to what they was going through, and now you can assist them to get better. So just focus on resolutions, make them your life goals. Your foods, make sure your foods are choices that's going to help you change, not choices for flavor. And we've said this before, Michael and I have preached it in the early part of the year, is this: it's okay to have your special meal on a Saturday or a Sunday, or whatever you want to do, some family time. It's okay to go to a restaurant with family and eat food. If you're on your different track of foods, then you just order the right things for you. But all of those things doesn't have to change in your life. It's just the decisions you make got to change. And then you can still be part of the family. I hear a lot of bodybuilders say, oh man, you got to have all these sacrifices. You can't be with family, can't be with that. I'm going to call bull crap on that, because you can. You just got to put regiment on you when you go. If you don't have that strength, then you can't. So if you got to stay locked down, then you got a problem. So go and enjoy the family. Yeah. So just be very cautious of what you do this year, people. Stay healthy. Be that person that Michael mentioned that can know that they're going to have time with their family, know that they're going to be able to run around and not be the one who fatigue out and be the first one who quit. not the last one who quits. So be that last one who quits, and then you're all good. But I'm gonna let Michael close this with you guys, and we're gonna wish you guys a happy New Year. We're gonna continue to do this Sunday p.m. Uh, as Michael and I always do, we kind of let you know where we at. I'm the legend Robert Johnson on Instagram, and Robert Johnson Training on if you're looking for something on the website side of things. But also I'm coming out with a training app that's going to be subscribers, and you can get your subscription to it, and it's got 120 videos attached to it, has meal plans attached to it. It has one-on-one times with me if you choose to accept that. Also, we have what we call a video Zoom time, to where I see what you're doing if you're getting ready for a show and you want to correct you in some posing and different things like that. I'm going to have that out. It should be coming out in the next week or so. So once it do come out, Michael and I will definitely throw it on here so you guys can see it. But we both, Michael and I, are all about making sure that we pass everyday lifestyle stuff to you guys, and not some terminology stuff that you can't understand and you kind of go, what the hell are they talking about? We're just going to keep it homie style, I guess you can say that, and just make sure you understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. Hey, and with that, I'm glad you talked about your app too, man. I'm looking forward to that coming out. I've been seeing little excerpts and everything. I'm like, man, you guys gotta understand, man. This man's what, 62? 62, gonna be 63 this year. And
chasing 63.
Awesome. I don't just give props to anybody, believe me. But hey, I give props to my boy
that, dog.
Because hey,
he's
inspiring. He does things, man. His lifestyle is way more exciting than mine. Believe me.
Right. So, no, you just got to go follow him. Then you say, oh, okay. If you look at his lifestyle in the gym and mine, you go, do I ever go to the gym? Because his stuff is out there every day, every morning. And you just go to Big Darkness 59 and you'll find him. But no, I am a once a day kind of post. Michael is there all day. He's got it happen for sure.
So anyway, hey, you guys can reach me at Big Darkness 59, House of Darkness. And with that being said, man, we're gonna go check out this Buffalo game, man. It's the last one, last game of the regular season, and it's meaningful. So it's about time for us to get out of here, Rob.
All right. Peace out, people.
Deuces.
Okay.